Hey everyone, it is late at night and I'm Norman. I really don't want to have to do this video, but I kind of have to because I've already introduced you to this watch and yeah, but there's something going on with it and you'll find out why I don't want to make this video shortly. But because of this, I cannot review this watch, at least at this moment. So the reason I'm really not wanting to do this video is because this watch came from one of you. And the last thing that I want is for that person to feel guilty or that there's any blame or anything like that, or that I feel bad. I don't, but let me explain what's going on. And then we'll take a look at the watch and I'll show you what I'm seeing. So I recently announced that one of my Watch Trade Challenge threads is still alive and well. I received a brilliant looking watch from one of you. But after I did the first impressions video of it, I noticed something interesting on the crystal. And I'm not sure if this has started recently because this watch was, for all intents and purposes, brand new. I believe that it was unworn and had just sat in the box. But there's something on the crystal, and I think it's on the inside of the crystal. And it might not have been there when the watch was shipped to me. It appears almost like, even though this is a quartz piece, something in the movement might have oil, and perhaps that somehow got onto the inside of the crystal. I'm not sure. But it seems to be getting worse, so this may have been a perfectly fine crystal when it was shipped, and who knows, something might have happened on the way here. At any rate, it's not on the person who sent this to me at all. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what I'm looking at, and then there's a bright side to this, and I'll explain that. So let us begin. Alright, before I attempt to capture this on video, I'm not sure you'll be able to see what I'm seeing, though, because when I did my first impressions video, I didn't even notice it when I was editing the footage or anything, but in person it's very noticeable, especially in daylight. But I want to emphasize once again to you who traded this to me, don't feel bad at all. This is not on you. I mean, stuff can happen in transit or whatever, who knows. Case in point, when my Max bill was sent back to me, somehow en route, a little shard of its sapphire crystal actually came off on the inside and was floating around on the dial. I have no idea how that can even happen. And that's kind of the same case with this piece. It's a mystery. So this is the watch that was traded. And it's usually when you're looking at it head on. So right now I can totally see these dark marks on the inside of the crystal. I'm not sure if you can see it on video though. And it looks almost like someone had grease on their finger and smeared it around on the crystal. And I've washed the outside of it, and during the day the whole thing looks like someone just kind of wiped their finger all over it. So the manufacturer either sent this out with a filthy crystal on the inside or something happened after the fact. Again, I'm wondering if maybe in transit somehow this got on the crystal. I don't even know what's happening. But if there is some kind of oiling going on with some moving part in there, even though it's quartz, maybe some of that got into the crystal somehow. Or maybe there's a coating on the inside that's starting to decay. That was my other thought. So it's entirely possible that this crystal looked perfectly fine when it was shipped off, but maybe some kind of coating on the inside is just kind of wearing out, because it almost looks like it could be that as well. Hopefully you can kind of see it in some of these shots if I kind of mess around with its angle. But I've sent an email out to Gabe at Barrows Jewelers. I sent it today, so I haven't heard back from him yet. But I want to see how much it'll be for him to look at the crystal and see if it just needs cleaned on the inside. And if it's actually wearing out or there's some coating that's wearing out on it. I asked him if it would be possible to change this crystal. And that's kind of the upside, is I'm going to get this taken care of. So this thing is suitable for trade. And I totally don't mind dropping some money on it to do that, because it would be cool to keep the trade going. And if no one's interested in this, I would gladly hang on to it and wear it until I find somebody who does want to trade for it. But if it can be replaced, assuming it's not super expensive, it'd be kind of cool to get it replaced with a sapphire crystal. This one is mineral, but yeah, in daylight it's so distracting because it just looks like it's filthy, even though you clean it. I mean, I was using a microfiber, even some lens cleaner, and it still looked the same. So it's definitely on the inside. Up there, right there. See it right there by the 2 o'clock? And it's far more pronounced in person, but it's like an oil or something on the inside. So we'll see what Gabe says when he gets back to me. Hopefully it's possible to swap out the crystal if need be. Otherwise, I'll just send it in and get this thing cleaned and it should look brilliant. But yeah, I will keep you guys up to date. And again, I really didn't want to make this video because I didn't want anyone to feel bad. So, yeah. Just know that none of this is on you at all. No regrets on doing the trade. And I don't mind dealing with this crystal. We'll get it taken care of. So there you have it. This super affordable watch has something going on with its crystal. And I'm going to see if I can get that remedied, because it's important to me that the trade challenge continues. I'm having a lot of fun with these trade challenges. So if I have to sink a little bit of money into this piece, I think it's worth it. And if it needs to be replaced, and it can be replaced, and furthermore, it can be replaced with a sapphire crystal, even though that would be more money, it'd be pretty cool to have this piece with a crystal that isn't mineral. Because it is a great looking watch, it's super unique, it's crazy that it doesn't have a crown, and hopefully maybe one of you out there would like to trade for it once I get it looking absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching.